Hello again. This time I am painting from this old family photograph. I genuinely didn't know what was about to happen. I didn't really have a plan, but I thought the photo was exciting and kind of compelling. I am divorced. I have one son who lives with me half the time. So I spend an enormous amount of time alone as like a self-employed artist. And don't get me wrong, I love it. And my little hermit self is very happy, but I have such a nostalgia for those old. I have a lot of memories of basically just like dog piling with cousins and like sleeping on air mattresses and like 10 people in the house for Christmas or 20 people even. And I love this photo that everyone is just lounging around on the floor. I don't know who took the photo. Maybe my grandfather who passed away when I was about 5. I'm actually not even in this photo. It was taken before I existed. Um, but yeah, it's just totally out of the normal realm of what I am drawn to. But I think that's why it was exciting to me. It felt really exploratory. I really wasn't sure what I was going for. Even with this color blocking, I remember the moment being like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just trying to follow the quiet impulses. There's always like, I'm always asking myself, what is the next right move when I don't really have a vision? And so I often am just like listening to the little alien in my head. He's like, paint a yellow line here. I don't know what that's about, but I go with it. Um, Moving on to the pantalones. That I think that might be one of my favorite words in Spanish. Uh, and painting denim is like, it's really hard to get denim right, I found. Though, again, I'm not really trying to get it right here. I am, yeah, like exploring. I'm trying to figure out, like, what am I here for? What interests me in this composition, in the photo? What do I want to bring forward? What do I want to ignore because I'm not interested? What do I want to ignore because that'll be hard? Just trying to be honest here with you. Um, I think what I am learning is that painting humans at this scale is really, really difficult and not for me. And maybe I don't have the right brushes. Uh, but also, I just haven't done it a bunch, so I'm not very good at it. And apologizing in advance for this baby, which becomes very, very creepy. Shout out to my older brother, Paul, uh, first subscriber to my channel. I'm really sorry that I'm doing you dirty with this baby portrait right now, but um, you know, I'll get better in time. Yeah. You saw me get a cup of coffee earlier, but what I don't picture, what I did cut out of the video is like the chapstick break, the water break, the bathroom break, oh, should I get the vacuum and remove all the cobwebs in the corner of my studio ceiling? Just lots and lots of procrastination, lots and lots of like, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Ooh, but this moment was kind of exciting. I remember feeling really like lit up by the dynamic between the people in the room, and something about doing these little like, just like popping these little like mushroom cap heads of hair on all of them kind of like activated the space for me. It was like, I don't know, turning on the string lights in the backyard. It was just like, I don't know. I if nothing else, that moment is something I can take into another painting, and this will have been worth it. Um, yeah, and actually, spoiler alert, I think that's the only thing I get out of this painting. But other than like, ew. But we'll see. We'll see. It's like, I think they say, I've heard people say that like there's no such thing as no writing is wasted, and I genuinely feel that way about painting. No painting is ever wasted. I learn something. I exercise something. So again, I might return to this photo a dozen times and make it about the chairs or make it about the lamps, um, or do it like big, like 3 by 4 feet, and maybe really get into the figures. That could be interesting. Lots to lots to explore, but it was a challenging first go just because, as I'm going and I'm following these impulses, there is almost like that game when you're like, you hide something from someone and then they go and look for it and you say like hot and cold as they get warmer and farther away. As I'm doing this painting, there's not a lot of warmer. It's just all like cold, cold, cold. And so it's not like I can be like, oh, yes, I am. What a useful process this is for me. But it doesn't have a lot of like gratifying moments throughout, except, oh, I will say like painting the little squigglies on that chair was really fun. And I did enjoy the flowers. That was fun. I don't know. I mean, I'm always glad that I painted, even if I'm not necessarily enjoying it in the moment. I have to remind myself in the moment. I'm like, nothing bad is happening to you. You are fine. You are safe. But there's a part of me that's screaming, like, I hate this. But yeah, we get through it. We got through it. I decided to add a floor to like ground the whole thing because it was feeling really chaotic. And then this is when I realized that I actually painted somewhere I didn't want there to be paint. And so I'm using some turpentine to clean that off. But yeah, I do like this little corner here. I think what's fun is that this was just a photo snapped when, my mom's family gathered, maybe some holiday, maybe Thanksgiving or something, I don't know. And it sat in my parents', photo album for the last 39 years or so. And I can pull it out and excavate a composition, a story, some shapes. I could make 10 paintings about this photo, and in that way kind of expand what's there. It's like the hall of galaxies. You can open the door and find so many things if you just sit with it and keep poking at it and keep trying. And so I do love that about it, even though this one was a challenge for me. I just don't like being bad at things. I mean, because I'm a person like everybody else. So there's that, but yeah. Here I'm just I just want to resolve it. I'm over it. I'm like, I'm unhappy. There's no way I'm going to make this into something that I like. I'm just going to fill in some spaces. And then, it's funny how like in that moment I actually kind of like what I did. I love this little window thing that I don't know. It's not snow per se. I just, again, listening to the alien, and I really kind of like how that little bit, like the motion and the scale of those, I like how those turned out.